So now that I have easy access to MF, already got up to like 500 now, I'm thinking it's probably a good idea to make the arms maker guns. I'm gonna need 3 of them. Let me grab the ones and I'll show you. So mobile police assault rifle is my S1, just for this plus 5% LB chance, plus 30 crit, and whenever I knock back an enemy they get burned. This is my S2, it has 41 long range and plus 10% LB chance. GSL 36-9. And since I'm making a rifle and there is no such thing as a rifle Deathbringer, I have to make my own sort of Deathbringer sort of ability. And that is the CM16, but has plus 25% rapid damage, and just on top of that, minus 20% incantation. I think I showed this before, but this is the requirements. Each one requires 200 MF, because you need to use an item in the production shop to guarantee the craft chance. It's this one here, Shining 4-leaf clover. You could use these for like class 6, class 5, they're a lot cheaper, but the weapons I'm making are all class 9, I think, and there is no 4-leaf clover for class 9, except for this one. So this is going to cost me 600 MF just to increase the chance to 100%. And on top of that, I have to gather all these materials, including all these salvaged firearms. From what I saw, the best methods to get those would be ice caves, because there's a lot of weapons in here. A few of these are guns, and that's what I'm going to need to disassemble. There is also a hack run that has these. Never actually done this run. And these are red because no one's showed me that they are confirmed to drop. Like, we don't know if these actually drop or not. It's just a rumor. So I might do those because these are also pretty nice. They give you materials, which is what I'm after as well, these type of materials. So it's kind of worth doing that run. It'd be nice to just confirm those 2 guns actually drop there. And I called this my mounted Massacado weapon because this is going to be my best in slot gun to run mounted Massacado, because Massacado drops the next best gun. So I want to have the best gun to farm that gun. So I think we'll jump into an Ice Caves run, I guess. Just try it out. See how strong I am compared to Ice Caves. Ice Caves is over in Shinagawa, but there is a teleport directly to it. Here it is. We have to talk to the Yagia, I believe, and get a lantern from him. Show lantern. Oh, okay. He's going to replace my lantern. It does cost 8k Maka every time I want to run this. But that's tiny compared to the 150k that I have to spend to run Distortion every time. We can talk to this guy to start the run. Got normal or wildcat options. There's also a option to come here during a new moon, and the run gets a lot harder and the drops change. So we just have to run all the way down here, ignoring these enemies because they don't matter. But we can just head in here and start killing stuff. He drops a bunch of these Fimbuvalent wind crystals and stuff. They fill up your inventory. And they don't really have a whole lot of use. Actually, they might have a use for me because they can make a weapon. Make a few different types of weapons, and since I have low access to weapons, some of them might actually be usable. The gimmick of this run is that once you start entering the lower caves, there is a Norn hiding in the back that you have to run up to and make him disappear, and then you get a randomized debuff. And it's possible that, okay, this one just freezes everything in the room, but some of them prevent like almighty damage, electric damage, stuff like that. It's not really that important since I have access to so many affinities. Yeah, this one nulled force, so I can't use force anymore. I'm just using my spread affinity because I don't know what anything's weakness is in here. It doesn't look like spread is very good, so maybe I should start trying like electric. Alright, on to the boss. The boss is a Norn, as you would expect. In New Moon it changes to a Nyx. And you can get the Norn plugin from here. Maybe I should check into what a Norn has. Maybe it could be a useful demon for me, for Wildcat maybe. And it's dead. Okay, well that's Ice Caves. First loot box. Okay, we got 4 sapphires and 4 of these crystals, which I believe can be used to add rapid damage to your weapon through weapon modding. Have to double check that. But yeah, all the other types of weapon mods similar to this are in mainline dungeons that I don't have access to. This is the only one that I do actually have access to, and I'm pretty sure it's the rapid one, which is just great. So at the end of every run, you can come over here. There's a few of these spires around the place. You can go to one that's closer to the exit, it's probably better. But you can just click it, and you can dig an item out of it. Just a random item. And it scales, the amount of times you can dig scales with how many people are in your party. So I got 1 dig, because I'm a party of 1. And there's also a weapon that you can get from these loot chests, and when you equip that weapon, it lets you dig like an extra 4 times. Pretty useful. We'll get that weapon eventually. It's quite a common drop. So yeah, I guess I'll keep farming this until I can get some guns that I can disassemble. So Ice Caves is one option, but obviously the Moo run is the second option to obtain these salvaged firearm parts. It really just depends on which run has the better rates for gun drops. And I've never done this Moo run before, so I guess let's do a few. Let's do like 3. See if we get anything. Maybe I'll have to ask around and see what people think of the drop rates there. Because Ice Caves is obviously free to enter, but this is going to cost me 1 MF every single time. So there is a little bit of an entry cost here. I think it's out at Home 3 Camp. The girl on the back is what I heard. Hold out hacked chip. Okay, this is not the Moo run. This is the Omega run. And the K run and the L run. This is obviously not the right girl. Comp irregularities. All these people are having comp issues out here. Show hack chip Moo. Or is it Mew? Okay, it is Mew. Like the Pokemon. Okay, what do I need to watch out for? How do you fix it? Oh, it's a consumable. Okay, now she's gonna let me in. That took a while. Yes. Okay, let's see how this run actually goes. We've got some pixies. And some Liliums and some dwarves. Strange mix. Okay, moving on. Looks like it's just going to be a 3-4 dungeon. Wait, a single dwarf? Okay, there's more. There's a slightly bigger dwarf. And that's it? I guess this is a level 10 run. Okay, first loot. Whoa. Whoa, we actually got a weapon in the first run? But it's not the gun, it's the sword. And look at all these archives. Honestly, I thought these were removed from the game, but I guess not. Here they are. These are really good for getting materials that I'll need to make this gun in the first place. Let's do these other 2 and see if I get weapons or if that was just like a super lucky pull. Loot number 2. No weapon. Is that the exact same drop as I got last time? It is. The same quantities and everything. Number 3. Okay, the same quantities. I'm starting to think that you always get these items. And then a chance for one of the weapons. So I didn't actually show what this weapon is. It's a one-handed sword. Like a pirate sword, I guess. Doesn't really look like a pirate sword, but okay. Has some interesting stats. It has luck and int. I think that's why most people go for this. Because it's the best in slot Synther weapon. Since you can SI it with another one-handed sword that has some luck and int on the characteristics, and that's what Synthers care about. Also has minus 10% skill cooldown. Gonna buy 10 more, just to get a decent sample size of these. Okay, we got a different one this time. Broken quality wood. Okay, we ended up with 2 of these oofs and a hell of a lot of archives here. Some of them have 100%, so I'm going to be able to disassemble them now. So this one gives demonic iron and meteoric iron, notably those 2. So that's 13 of them. How much is that going to give me? Damn, 260, 195. That's a lot. The wood gives me demon wood and holy wood. 325. Leg orbs and spirit orbs from this legendary archive. It's pretty good. Actually, that's really low numbers. What was that, like 23? That was pretty damn low. And these ones have a lower percent chance, so I can use an MF bought disassembler on these later on if I need these materials, so I'm not going to use it now. And actually this one does have 100%. This is the oof that we got. These were bought with real money back in the day, or maybe from an event. They're pretty rare. Honestly, these materials aren't too great, but let's see how many it's going to give me. Okay, 240. Well, that's pretty decent for only 2 of them. And we only managed to get the 2 swords, no guns so far. Although 2 swords in, what is that, 18 kills? That's pretty good. Only 18 MF, what is that like? I can get 30 MF in about 15 minutes, and if I can expect 3 to 4 weapons in 30 runs, that's a lot more weapons than I can get from doing ice caves. Plus the weapons here give double the amount of salvaged firearm parts than ice caves does. This does definitely seem like the go. Definitely worth doing more of them just to get a better sample size. I think I'm going to go for 30 runs total and see where we're sitting at that point. There's a gun. Crying Seas flintlock and an oof at the same time. This is a handgun. That looks like a pirate's weapon. And it's basically exactly a mirror of the sword, just for a long-range weapon. Okay, 30 runs in, we've got 3 weapon drops, and that was 4 oofs of obedience, which is strange because there's like 4 other oofs to get, and I'm only getting this one type. I assume this is the most common one, and the other ones must be more uncommon, or it's just bugged. So yeah, with the decent weapon drop rate, plus on top of all these materials that I need anyway, this does seem like the path forward, although it means I'm going to have to farm like so much more MF to continue running this. Okay, I've done 60 runs so far, and the drop rate seems to be about 1 in 20 for a gun, and still have only got oops of obedience, so I think that's bugged. So I can say that this is a viable route to getting a little bit more power, but I just don't think it's worth that much effort and time, just for like, I guess 15% LB chance is what I'm netting out of this. Don't think 15% LB chance is going to make or break any runs, so I'll keep this in mind if I need to get a little bit more power, but for now I think I'm just going to move on to something else. Oh my god, we fucking got a Makanda stone. I just randomly did a demon. This is the first demon quest I've done like since those first ones in the first few episodes, and I was like, fuck it, I'll do a demon quest. Got a fucking Makanda stone. 1 out of 5, boys. Okay, I think it's time to unlock End of Days, which is a run that is like a gauntlet of bosses, but you can stop after each boss and get different loot tables. So if you're not strong enough to go all the way, you can stop early. But the reason I want to unlock it is because it lets me complete a string of quests, and right now I am rushing towards the 200 quests completed that I've been talking about for quite a while, and I'm going to need these quests to get there. So to unlock End of Days, I need 100 of these Zyatite crystals. Now I'm getting 1 per run during easy mode, and I'm not able to complete hard mode at all. But there's these items that I got from Destiny right at the start of the series. You can use them and take from a special box in the boss room, and you get 10 extra Zyatite on top of the 1 that you would normally get. Now it is a bit of a waste to use these on easy mode because you would get 30 if you use them in hard mode, but right now just need to get that 100 as soon as possible, so gotta do it. Consuming these also removes the curse that ruins your HP, so that's useful. And the reason that my ult is in here with me as well is because I'm able to comfortably clear easy mode solo, so I'm just gonna let my ult come in so I can get a better stock level, because the amount of percent that you can charge up scales with the amount of people in your party or your team. And since I have 2 people in here, I can get up to 200% now, which just speeds things up a little bit. And I don't even use my incense of protection anymore. I just rely on rolling guard shields. So yeah, I think it's this pink box. So we got 25. No, it must be the red box. Okay, it bumped up to 35, so we got 10. Grab my apples. And the one in the box. So I'll be doing this until I have 100 Zyatite crystals. Alright, done. Got 103. Not going to use a crown on this last one because I want to save them for once we're doing hard runs. And now we can unlock End of Days, which will spawn an NPC over here. But first we need to buy 100 Zyo worth of items from Azra, which is the key to unlocking it. So we'll create an item. And obviously there is a entry cost to End of Days, so we might as well buy the entry cost because we're going to need it anyway. And that's core shields. So we'll buy 100 or 10 of those. They cost 10 each. And that should do the trick. Now I think we have to talk to Azra again. Yeah, and there's the cutscene. Karoe is back from the tutorial. She's going to give us a hell of a lot of quests to do, and they're all very easy. Because the lore is that she didn't really get to teach us much in tutorial because she just like got taken immediately. So now she gets to live her tutorial days again and give us a bunch of easy quests. See, she has the option to go to End of, well, it's a weird translation. We just call it End of Days. But I don't think I'm powerful enough to get very far in that right now, so it wouldn't make sense to spend the expensive entry cost. Just going to do her quests. I'll just give you an idea of what kind of quest she has. Talk about work. It's all in Japanese, but we'll read it in the quest log. Summon a demon with loyalty of open hearts or higher. It's like the easiest thing. Like, you're always, if you're at this point, you're definitely going to have that. That's the kind of quest she gives. So it is time to delve into a very exciting dungeon called UwG. That's what most people call it. Translated is Shinjuku Wonder Underground. And I call it UwG because it's like this. UwG, it's like that. So we're going to try and get as much power as we can muster because this is a gauntlet. And it, much like I was explaining with End of Days, you stop wherever you want, wherever you think you can't continue on any further because you're too weak, and you get a reward. So I'm going to leave Destiny to get the buff. Go to the little dude, get that buff as well. And also to mention, since I've cleared most of the axe, he's going to give me a very nice item here. A Destiny Dart. I can pick any item out of the Destiny box and get it 100% guaranteed. Probably going to use that on 10k crews. And I also got 800 demon food, which can be used to give your demons some nice buffs, but I don't have a good demon right now. So UwG is over in TMG building. You could talk to this Pyro Jack here to get an entry cost item. Should be Underworld's other items. And there's a few different options here. You can spend Amulet of the Tethered Horse, that comes from Darkpawra, so obviously I don't have any of those yet. You can spend Zyatite crystals, which I don't really have good access to because I'm about to run out of Crown of Thorns. Wouldn't be able to upkeep this, getting only one per run. And the other option is DM cards, which I do have good access to, but 5 of them? That's like 2.5 days to gather that many, so this is not something I can do in the long term. But just for the one run, we can do it today. The reason I want to get in here is that there are Nekomatas in here. Hopefully we'll tick off these 2 quests I've had for quite a while. And also, it's very good XP. It's one of the best XP grinds in the entire game. So I'm going to see how strong these guys are, whether I can go to maybe floor 60. 100 floors is the maximum. Definitely not going to make it into the 80s. That's just, those demons are way too strong. Oh, and you can also talk to that Pyro Jack for a S-Egg, which I'll show you what it does in a little bit. I'm going to summon out Niue, because I want to level him up. It's the Black Frost. Yeah. Take the elevator. Normal mode is what we're going to do. Tiger Cat is where you don't have access to your demon. I think you have like some damage debuffs on you. And you also get Digi XP when you beat the boss, which is nice, but I'm just going to go normal because I want to have my demon summoned out so I can level him up. And here we are in the elevator. Going to put an XP buff on me and my demon, and you'll see how quickly we level up. You talk to Black Frost to set the mode to non-stop so that we don't have to talk to him at every single floor for 100 fucking floors. That's horrible. Non-stop will stop at every 20 floors. And let's go. Activate the elevator. So it starts out with like bronze level demons, and they slowly get more difficult every 20 floors. It's just a lot of running around. So I'll try and get my high noon going so I can start running around with rapid skills. There it is. Let's roll. Hopefully they'll... Oh, here's the Nekomatas. Did it tick off my list? Yes, it did. Beautiful. That should, yep, complete both the quests. Very nice. That's the main reason I'm here. Secondary reason is to get some XP. So I'm just going to have to run around using Boogie Woogie, and every now and then I'll just throw out a Desperado to keep my high noon intact. That's pretty much the gameplay of Ashes and Dust. I think my one complaint with Ashes and Dust, when I used to have Boogie Woogie on my shot account, back before it was a rapid skill, you were able to move around while using it without any Desperado bullshit. So I would just set up an auto clicker to click 1 and then run around the room with my keys. So I wouldn't have to spam, because right now I'm spam clicking my mouse side button that is bound to the 1 key. So essentially having an auto clicker saves myself from getting like repetitive strain disorder, which I'm definitely feeling after playing this account. But I can't use an auto-clicker with Boogie Woogie anymore, because if I did just spam 1 the whole time, eventually I'm just going to stop moving because I'm not like keeping upkeep of Desperado. What I could do is maybe write a script to press 1 for like 30 seconds and then press 7 to use Desperado. Yeah, I just have to script it so that it does use Desperado every 30 seconds or so I don't get stuck like that. It's something to look into. So we are timed here. We've got 30 minutes to get to floor 100. We're probably going to use all that time just to get to floor 60 boss. And then I'll probably just end it there. Won't be able to continue on. So every single enemy I kill gives me 0.1%, which is notable because usually you barely ever see this actively moving while you're killing stuff, especially at high levels like 90. Okay, we've reached the reprieve floor, where we can choose to stop or continue on. If I stopped here, I would fight a Bai Suzen, which is a rare demon that you can only get here. But we're going to continue on. Proceed to the lower levels. So now we're getting like silver tier enemies. Shatter Skulls. Mothman. Oh yes. Every now and then you come across a King Frost, which you need to use Viper Scope to kill, because he has no weakness really. You have to give him a weakness with Viper Scope, otherwise you only deal 1 damage. You see, even when I do give him a weakness, my damage is super low. And you'll try and use this almighty spin attack. It looks like a shot, but it's a spin. So you can't just dodge it. You need to run away and stop him from using it. Pretty tough enemy for a lot of people to kill, but most classes have a similar effect to Viper Scope these days. So they can just give him a weakness. He's kind of in the middle of the room here. Am I able to get far enough away from him? Yeah, okay. Just gotta keep doing that. It's a big time hog if you can't kill him efficiently. Although he is the main source of XP in this run. He gives you so much. You can actually see just how much XP these guys have been giving me, and you can compare that to how much this guy's gonna give me. Oh my god, what is that? 87 million? Holy shit! Oh, I forgot to use my egg. This is what it does. Spawns a helper, little Jack Frost that runs around killing stuff for you. Just speeds up the lower rooms. And he gives you really nice buffs as well that increase your damage. There's the floor 40 If I stopped here, I would fight a Vitra, who is a dragon. Gonna keep going. This should be gold tier enemies now. Oh, it's a lot of Jack Frosts. Looks like I can still one-hit them though. Lots of doggies. Many, many doggies. So I just hit level 91. Gonna see if I can get to 92 from this boss fight. And here it comes. So we're gonna talk to the Black Frost and say, fight the powerful enemy. That's because I don't think I can continue on from here. They become Home 2 style enemies next, and I've never actually been in Home 2 to test whether I can kill them. So we're just going to not do that now, and instead let's fight this boss. It is an Albion and his little guys. Albion should be fine with fire. Give him a try. Oh yeah, he's not too strong. Don't want to accidentally reflect myself on these boys, because I'm assuming the red one at least probably reflects fire. Okay, we're at 0.62. Let's see how much it's going to give me. Oh, 5.65. Not as much as I expected. Let's see how much it was. 70 million. Just a little bit, was that a little bit lower than what the King Frost? So, and you could get multiple King Frosts per run. It's just random, so it really dictates how much XP you get out of this, is how many King Frosts you get. So here's the loot. The pink box gives you just suns, and I think a chance for a crystal. And the green box give you 1 Masticatus, 15 box of logic, and 30 rubies, and this scales with how many floors you complete. There's also chances for plugins of Albion here as well. Albion is a pretty popular demon to use as a DU demon, and that's UwU. We'll be back in here later, once we're strong enough to clear up to floor 100.